Sometimes, the past speaks to us in whispers, not through words, but through forgotten objects, pencil marks on paper, and memories that sleep in silence until they're awakened. That's exactly what happened when an old trunk was opened. After years of being closed in Grandma's attic, among faded letters and hand-embroidered fabrics, there was a single drawing, a fashion sketch. But not just any sketch. There was something about the lines, an old-world elegance, a quiet emotion, almost as if the paper itself was breathing. Who drew it? Why was it stored there, so carefully hidden? Was it just art, or a clue to a much bigger story? This is the story of a secret sewn in silence, and of the sketch that revealed more than lines. It revealed a legacy. It was a rainy afternoon, the kind that invites silence and memories. Grandma's house was being tidied up. After years of being closed, and every object seemed to carry a piece of the family's history. In the corner of the bedroom, hidden under a hand-embroidered linen sheet, was an old trunk. The wood was dark, worn by time, with rusty hardware and a small, weakened lock. When the lid opened, the scent of the past filled the air, that smell of aged paper, stored fabrics, and forgotten memories. Inside was a collection of small treasures, black and white photos with affectionate notes, handmade lace, love letters written in elegant script, but among them something stood out, a worn leather envelope, carefully tied with a wine-colored satin ribbon. Inside it was the sketch. It was drawn on thick, yellowed paper, but still well preserved. Despite the time, the lines felt alive, unlike any other sketch found before. The female figure at the center of the sketch seemed to carry something, an emotional weight, an invisible strength. It felt like discovering a relic, not just of fashion, but of a story never told. The sketch portrayed a tall woman with a commanding posture and piercing gaze. She wore an outfit that blended 1940s elegance with almost futuristic elements. The dress had a complex structure, with asymmetrical cuts and embroidered details that seemed inspired by ancient, perhaps even esoteric cut symbols. A small moon was embroidered on the sleeve cuff, stylized flowers ran along the hem of the skirt, and a necklace featured a pendant that resembled an Egyptian eye. Nothing seemed to be there by accident. The drawing style revealed technical mastery. Confident lines, precise proportions, and detailed shading, suggesting that whoever made it was no amateur. But there was no signature, no clear clue of authorship. The figure was also not generic. Her face was expressive, almost real, as if inspired by someone from real life. Her eyes, intense, seemed to be trying to say something. It was as if the eye-dame paper was a window to another time, or another secret. This sketch wasn't just a piece of fashion. It was a coded message, a work of art with a soul. The absence of a signature raised an unsettling question. Who drew it? Could it have been Grandma herself in her youth? Until then, no one knew of any connection between her and fashion. But what if it was a hidden talent, or an unfulfilled dream? Another intriguing theory emerged when comparing the sketch's style with drafts from famous designers of the time, and some lines seemed to match. Could it have been the work of a renowned stylist who, for some reason, chose to hide the drawing? There was also the possibility that it was made by someone close to Grandma, perhaps a secret love, an artist who left it as a keepsake of something that couldn't be lived. The origin of the sketch remained wrapped in mystery, opening the door to investigations, interviews with relatives, and even consultations with fashion historians. Digging through the trunk and talking to family members, fragments of Grandma's past started to emerge like puzzle pieces. It was discovered that, in her youth, she had lived in a small town known for its arts conservatory. She worked as a seamstress for a short time, and had written to a friend who moved to Paris in the 1940s. Why had no one known this before? The old letters hinted that Grandma had a deep passion for drawing and fashion, but perhaps, due to social or family reasons, never pursued that path. The sketch, then, could be a unique piece of her artistic expression, or a remnant of a project that was never completed. The most powerful thought was imagining everything she had lived through in silence, tucked away in a trunk, waiting to be found. From the moment of discovery, something changed. The sketch was no longer just a drawing. It became a starting point for a new collection, a tribute, a reconnection with the roots. Grandma's story, silent and full of beauty, now inspired new steps. The dress from the sketch was recreated, reimagined, and brought to life in fabric, color, and imaginary runways. More than fashion, this sketch became a symbol of reconnecting with creative ancestry, of the courage to follow dreams that had been literally stored away. Maybe there are more stories like this out there, waiting to be revealed. Did you enjoy this story? Then you'll love my ebook with fashion sketching. Basis. If you also feel a passion for creating, drawing, and bringing your ideas to life, this material was made for you. It will help you master the basics of sketch structure and start designing your own creations with confidence and style. Download the ebook right now. The link is in the pinned comment and also in the video description. Don't miss out on this gift. Your creative journey can start today.